What's up? It's your girl Jalen, and you have just entered Jalen's World. And today I'm here with
Eddie Olivares.
Eddie Olivares. He's running for councilman at large, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so since my viral video, I felt like I do some due diligence and bring to you guys different people that's running for the city. A lot of us feel like change needs to happen, so I figured why not bring the candidates to you, since it is really hard to figure out who's running and how many people is running and what they're running on. So, how you doing, Mr. Eddie?
I am good.
Thank you.
Glorious day. We
Yes.
picked the perfect day to do this.
We definitely did pick a perfect day.
I'm
to do
doing
this.
well, thank you.
I appreciate that you answered my message and you took the time out to come sit with me today.
Before we get into we can get into anything you want, but before we get into that, I want to thank you for the way that you approached me when you contacted me, because you asked me to talk about 3 measures that I feel are important for the city of Patterson, and that is the way the question should be framed. A lot of people ask, well, what's your plan for the city? Well, you phrased it correctly. It's what measure, 3 measures you asked for. What measures do you feel that are important for the city of Patterson? Because that is how it functions. We either approve or decline different measures that come in front of us.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to know, like, what's going on, like, educate us. So that's why I'm so happy that you took the time out to sit out here and talk to me and to help educate the people on what everybody's duties and responsibilities are here. So, thank you. Did you grow up in Patterson?
No, I moved to Patterson back in 2016. So I've been here for 10 years, a little over 10 years.
What did you do before you got into politics?
I've pretty much done politics all my life, but much of what I did before this was writing. I'm a sociologist, and so I write about social issues. But I was very involved in New York politics as well. So I've always been involved in politics, and I've written for different newspapers and that kind of stuff, and so and professionally I owned I no longer do, but I owned a transportation company, and so that's how I made money to sustain me and my family.
Was it the company?
No, I've always had ties to the community in Patterson. In fact, I used to spend an awful lot of time in Patterson back when Vera Ames was
Ms. Vera, shout out to Ms. Vera Ames.
Yes. Shout out to her. And so we used to then we used to do a lot of community work. Vera Ames was very involved.
Okay.
And we used to do, especially around the time of Thanksgiving, right at the temple, right on Broadway, and well, anyway, that I forget the name, the Masonic Temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Masonic
So
Temple.
I've had ties to the community. Besides, I've always had family here in the city of Patterson. I just used to live in New York, but I used to spend most of my weekends here and most of my time here. And then since I have ties to the community for so long, I decided to buy a house here in Patterson and get involved in politics, which is what I do anyway.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, what seat are you running for?
For council at large.
Okay.
There are 3 seats that will be up May 12th. And so I am running, hoping that I can win one of those 3 seats.
Okay, so it's 3 councilmen at large seats that's up right now.
That is correct.
And to vote on May 12th.
May 12th.
Yes. Okay. What are some duties or responsibilities of that position, of that seat?
The main responsibility of the council, that's the main focus of the council, is to make sure that we keep checks and balances on the mayor, and so essentially what the council does is either approve or deny things that are presented. It's not only the administration, but it's mostly the administration that proposes different things, different measures for the city of Patterson, and then the council either approves it or declines it.
Okay. So you guys vote on a lot of like different budgets for the city?
Every budget.
Every budget.
Every
Okay.
budget.
Every budget is.
There is no budget if it is not approved by the council.
I'm glad that
And
we're.
in fact, before we move on,
Yeah.
you touched on something very, very important, because this is how you hold the administration accountable. If, let's say, the council feels that we should invest more money in, let's say, trash collection, just to use that as an example, and the mayor does not feel that this is something that should be done, then the council has the power to make him, because all they have to do is decline to approve the budget. So
Okay.
the council really has the control,
Yes.
even though the mayor has a large budget that is discretionary, so that it does not need approval from the council. But I mean, anything outside of that purview has to be approved by the council.
What would you do different than the councilman that's in that seat right now?
The simplest answer that I can give you is everything.
Yeah.
This council has taken it upon itself, and in fact, in the last election, 2024, I was supporting Councilman Jackson. I was campaigning for him, and the one thing that we will tell the people is eight in favor, one against. Talking about the fact that this council approves anything that comes in front of them by the administration, and the only person that holds the administration's feet to the fire is Councilman Jackson. So that's what we use. So to answer your question, it's everything.
Okay. What major event to you sparked your decision to say, I'm going to run this election? Can you give us one major event that sparked your interest?
The killings in the city of Patterson.
Okay.
The killings, these children. I hear the people on the council and the mayor's office talking about the great city of Patterson, and I keep on saying, I go to every council meeting. I try to go to every council meeting. I go to most of them. And I hear them saying how great this city is, and I keep on saying, no, it is not a great city. It has the potential to become a great city. This is why I am running. A city where children die on the streets. It's not a safe city. It's not a great city. A city that is as dirty as our city is not a great city. We can make it a great city, and this is why I'm running, people of Patterson. This is why I'm asking for the support of the people of Patterson, because I want to be a part of that group of men and women that turn Patterson into a great city, into a great place to live.
Because I do feel like Patterson is a good city. It is rich in culture. It's rich in talent and intelligence. We have a lot of talent here, but it's overshadowed by all of the violence that's here and all of like the corruption and everything that just happens in our town. Like, it's just a lot. So I'm happy that you brought that point up, because my question to you was going to be, what do you have any plans for the youth?
Of course.
Is this something you can pinpoint?
Again, this is one of the things where we're talking about measures. Either the council, someone on the council, or from the mayor's office, they would have to come to us with those measures. But one of the things that Councilman Jackson, who is running for mayor, is proposing youth centers. We don't have any youth centers, and along those lines, I would say on the Board of Education, I would say commissioner on the Board of Education, and the biggest argument that I would have all the time, the time that I spent there, the one thing that I used to talk about is that we have to do better for our youth. We have in our schools, I used to argue, we're graduating these children and they don't really know how to read and write. They don't know how to fill out an application. What are we expecting from these youth? What are they going to do when they graduate?
Right.
They cannot read, they cannot write, they're not really proficient in math. What are we expecting these young people? Most of them will end up on the streets.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I want to do along with Councilman Jackson is open up those youth centers and make them safe places for these kids to be.
Yes.
But you have to keep them away from the streets by providing healthy outlets for
Yeah.
sports and that kind of stuff.
If there's nothing to do in the city, then there's nothing for nobody else to do but
That's
to get into mischief. and
That's
violence.
exactly right, yes.
Yeah. We talked about the youth. Let's talk about that middle generation, that 25 plus generation that it's a little bit weird where like I still feel like a teenager, but I'm definitely getting into that adulthood. Like I'm 31, so I'll be like, I still feel like a teenager, but in all actuality, I'm an actual adult. I do pay rent, I do pay bills, so it's like I'm really actively in the society.
So you want to know about that age group?
I want to know about that age group. Like, what incentives or programs are you thinking of? Do you might want to bring or have you brought to the community?
We have to be able to create schools, training for the community, bricklayers, electricians, plumbers, all of these things that we need in the city, and we should be hiring people from the city of Patterson to do that. And this is the
Yes.
age group that you were talking about. So we should have technical schools training our youth, but schools that your technical schools, so that we can train the young people in our city and the city, making sure that we can hire. Instead of going outside of the city to hire, let's hire these kids and let's not look at the record so stringently, where for an infraction that you did when you were 15 years old, now we're holding you back. We have to do away with all of that.
Right. We have the city, and definitely step into that next step, because I know for me, when I graduated high school, I didn't know I wanted to go to college, but I didn't really actually know exactly what I wanted to do. I don't know how many other people had that experience, but that was me. So, I took a year off and I tried to find myself, and I worked too many programs that can like help me out with that. I found out later during the lines as I did my research and stuff what type of programs Patterson had for that. But I think it needs to be a little bit more clear and easy, accessible to everyone, and not just one specific group or one specific side of the town. It needs to be to everybody.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah.
So
And
that
again,
is
we
definitely
should
important.
tie everything that we do in the city with those schools that I'm talking about, creating technical schools, and even the high schools, where we interact with those people, and when they graduate, they have a place to go. They don't have to go out to look for these jobs. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of jobs, and we should be engaging the community, the construction companies, the business owners, the Home Depot, all of those people. Make sure that we hire people from Patterson.
Yeah.
Our main concern should be the people of Patterson. And so I think it's a great question, and along those lines, it's exactly what we should be approaching the problems that we have.
The next question, though, we're going to stay in the generation. What about the seniors?
Again, if you go to other towns, they have these programs, and I'm in that age group, so I know exactly what I am talking about. But I go to senior programs outside of the city because the few programs that we have are not really good quality. We have to do better. This is the generation, my generation. We raised you. We raised you already, and we pay our dues, we pay our taxes, we did everything that was asked of us, and now it's time for us to get back. And we have very few programs here in the city of Patterson for that age group. We have to do better, and we have to make sure that the streets are safe, and these seniors can go out for a stroll on a beautiful day like this, and they're not afraid to walk around. There was a time, not that long ago, because I've always been involved in the community, where I could walk from let's say 33rd Street and Broadway all the way to Memorial without having to fear anything. And I would see kids playing on the streets, And this was the norm.
Yes.
Today, this is not the norm. We have to get back to that.
Yes, we definitely have to get back to that. And as a millennial, I do feel a little let down because it's like I couldn't wait to be an adult because I've seen that generation before me like live their life and stuff. And now that I'm an adult, everything is like, what is going on? It's stressful. Like I think that's definitely important to definitely look at every age group and not just one age group. I think it should be like a definitely transitional thing to help us. We don't have any after school programs. We could have after school programs and programs that might link together with the seniors and the kids. And we could do stuff and we could get the community involved. I feel like there's no community, there's no unity.
One of the things that, and I know that you're interviewing me, but the most important thing is having an administration that cares about the community and creates these programs. Because I can propose it all day long. If we do not appropriate the funds to do those things, but Councilman Jackson is proposing right on Main, and I think it's by Market, where that 7-Eleven is, on Main Street.
Yes.
That building it's empty. Pretty much the entire building is empty. They have the 7-Eleven, they don't really have anything else. And so he wants to create a youth center using technology where the parents, after they get out of school, children can go there and busing, providing transportation so that we can pick up the youth that wants to get involved in those things. Especially, I hear Councilman Jackson, this is not my idea, but I hear him talking about, these things that, videos and different technology and all of that stuff in that building, in contact, in collaboration with the parents, where the parents will know that your child was picked up at whatever school it is and is now at the center, and as soon as they leave the center, they cannot get out of the center until the parent knows that your child now is getting on the bus and is coming home.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to do that.
Yeah, we definitely do. We have to get our boots on the ground and grab a hold of the city. We have to. We need these different programs, and I love. I was on Councilman Jackson's podcast.
Okay.
And we definitely talked about this, and he told me his idea, and I was telling him because I was also thinking of an idea as well for a youth center, just somewhere for the community to come and we could do stuff. Because I grew up with programs. I grew up with going to the YMCA on Saturdays doing a photography class. I grew up dancing after school. I'm like, they don't have any of that, holding talent shows and stuff like that. We don't have any of that. We need something like that, and to also move with the world and how the world is going. So if all the technology is advancing, we also need to be advancing too. And I love that your generation is open to our generation and listening to us and helping us progress the world forward, because it's not gonna move forward if we stay behind.
Yeah. And creating this impression as if it's one generation against the other. No, it's none of that. It's working together. You, the younger generation, you have a lot to offer. We have the knowledge, we have the experience, we have a lot to offer. Let's collaborate, let's work together. This is the way these other towns do it. And we should be doing that. Instead of outsourcing everything, we should be doing it in-house. We're more than capable. We have the talent, like you said. We have the knowledge, we have the experience. We should be doing all of these things ourselves.
Yes, every generation could be working together under one. Yeah. My next question, and just like ending it off, what are your thoughts about all the new buildings and the rent increases?
I've spoke to those. One of the things that the council is in charge of doing is approving all of those big scale apartments. And I've said, I don't know how many times, the minute, I don't care who it is, the minute somebody comes to me, listen to people in Patterson.
Y'all better listen.
Yeah. The minute anybody comes to me for approval on one of those large scale developments, you will be denied. I will not vote for anything. The city is overdeveloped. The parking is out of control.
Yes.
Everything in the city is out of control. So there was a time when everything, Patterson, back in many years ago, a lot of the properties were an eyesore, and so and we needed to create some of those tax incentives for people to come and invest money in the community. But You know, now it's overdeveloped,
Mhm.
and this should not be automatic. I would not mind at all those tax abatements. When you take tax abatement, 30, 40-year tax abatements. But, you know, you would have to look at them on a one at a time. And so where if there is a small contractor that wants to build a 5 apartment unit building, okay, and you need a tax abatement because you don't really have an awful lot of money. And even if we do it, you know, we need taxes. We need taxes. Let me just, and I've explained this to a lot of people. Imagine it is said, it is rumored that Florio has 5,000 units
Jesus
in
Christ.
in the city of Patterson. And so imagine for a minute, you know that a lot of families have 2 and 3 kids, but imagine for a minute that each one of those units is occupied by a family that has 1 child. That's 5,000 children. The school 21 has less than 700 students. How many schools do we have to build just for the families that live in those apartment buildings that Florio owns and pays 0 taxes on? You and I pay for those taxes. And what about the trash that they generate? We have to pay for the trash pickup, and Florio is paying nothing. It is ludicrous. It is ludicrous. This is the perfect recipe to drive the city over the cliff.
Right.
So the answer to your question is no. I think we overdid it, and now we have to pull the reins back, and we have to figure out a way of collecting taxes from those big developers that pay absolutely nothing. And you and I, you people listening to me right now, looking at me right now, you are paying for the services that all of the tenants from these large-scale developments, all of the services that they need, you are paying for.
Yep. I'm so glad to hear that's like your testament on it and your opinion on it, because me, a citizen, and I know a couple of other people that, like, we're all complaining and stuff. We're tired. We can't take it no more. The parking is crazy. We do feel like sardines in a tin can. It's just too much. It's too many people. Like, let's start bringing things. If you're going to develop something that's going to benefit the community. Like, I feel like that's what we need. Not more apartments. That doesn't benefit the community. We're tired of it.
In Jersey City, they require the developers of those large-scale buildings, but you have to pay your fair share, and you have to build schools with your own money, not my money, your money. You have to build schools, because guess what? All of these people that are coming in, they're going to need schools, they're going to need hospitals, they're going to need all of the services that a municipality offers. They're going to need them. And these people get away with murder because they don't pay a dime. Yeah. And then you hear them saying, oh yeah, but I contribute because I gave $1,000 to. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's mockery.
Yeah.
It was
Fluff
what
and mirrors. Yep. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. This was very refreshing to know that we have someone like you that's running for council, because for a long time we've been feeling like there needs to be a change. And there's nowhere to go. So I'm so happy that you're taking this time out to definitely run and definitely put a good brain up there, a good brain on the council that can have their own opinion and that can, assess the situation correctly. You're well-rounded. You're definitely stacked up. Sociologist. Yep, sociologist. Transport, and you met a lot of people. You are very diverse in culture. So I'm glad that you're running. That is it for my interview today. I don't have anything else. We ran through everything. I touched on everything I wanted to touch on, and I felt that was good.
Well, listen, if you knew that if you come up with something and you need to interview me again, I am always available. Not only to you, anybody. I don't prepare for these things. I don't need to prepare. I've seen it firsthand. Do you need to prepare to know that the city of Patterson is falling apart? Do you need to prepare answers for that? Do you need to prepare answers to know that the city is overdeveloped? We all know this. This is stuff. We're not talking about stuff that I have to go now back to school to learn. We don't have to do any of this. We've seen it. We've seen it firsthand. Again, I've been involved with the, in fact, to be specific, I've been involved with the Patterson community since 1997.
Oh, okay.
And so it's decades. And I've seen the transformation. And Patterson was, It wasn't perfect,
Mhm.
but then again, nothing is.
Nothing is.
Nothing is. You know, and all of these other towns. I mean, the problems that we have over here in the city, we have all the homelessness, we have the drug addicts, and I keep on talking to the department. I don't talk to them directly because they're not going to talk to me. They know I oppose everything that they're doing, but I keep on telling them, listen,
Mhm.
the public health department is in charge of making sure that we end the homelessness, that we end the drug addiction, and we have to make sure that we stop supporting all of these communities from other people from other towns that are coming over here, and they get out of these programs and they stay over here. And I keep on telling the public health department, what you should do as the director of public health, engage those communities. Go to Fair Lawn, go to Toro, go to those towns and say, listen, your people are coming over to our towns. Guess what? It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. We're going to send them back to you. You understand? We're dealing with the problems of all of these communities around us, and it's sad to say, but we have so much money. We have a lot more money than we need to run the feria efficiently. We have to stop allowing an administration to squander that money and to allowing outsiders to come in and take advantage of us.
And drain us is bad. We can't take it no more. It's a beautiful landscape. Patterson has a beautiful landscape. Like, we have a waterfalls. Like, we have a nice little tourist area. We have the silk mills. We have a whole bunch of stuff in Patterson that we can really like show, and that can be the face of Patterson instead of all of the violence. But thank you so much, Eddie, for coming today.
I thank you, and I thank you, people watching this. Thank you very much for giving me this window to talk to you.
And when we're voting, like, how on the ballot, where? Because I know people have like 1A, 1B. Like, what do those mean?
I am 8B on the ballot. The mayoral candidates, there are 4 of them, and so the mayoral candidates are assigned the A letter.
Okay.
1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, which is the most important one. 4A. This is Councilman Jackson.
4A.
And so these are for the mayor position. And then you have the B positions. This is the at-large positions, and we have 16. It's a lot of people running. This is crazy. But anyway, I am 8B on the ballot. So,
8B. Okay.
And I am going to close with this, if you don't mind. The most important thing, once again, is to make sure that you vote Councilman Jackson in, because the mayor has. I am one of 9. So imagine the power of the mayor and the power of the council. It's the same. It's to balance each other out. Right. And so I am 1 of 9. So I have 1/9 the power that the mayor has.
Okay.
And so therefore it is much more important. But indeed, I am asking for your support. I am 8B on the ballot. Councilman Jackson is 4A. Please support us. You will not regret it.
Yes. 8B. Make sure you vote. 8B,
that's exactly right.
8B and 4A. Make sure you vote. I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous. It did feel like a good natural conversation, but like, I am so nervous. This is my first time doing this. I just thought of it on the whim.
Well, let me tell you, you could have fooled me. You did terrific.
Okay. That's good to hear. All right. This is Jayla, and we're out.